Hello students, welcome back to Taxonomy and Economic Botany classes for paper 5. This is for BSc 5th semester students under Bangalore Central University. Today we will be talking about another monocot family called Musaceae from Unit 2. Let's quickly recall what we had done previously in the previous class. Study of families according to Engler and Prandtl's system of classification, characteristic feature of monocotyledons, taxonomic hierarchy, systematic position, and economic importances. Now, the learning objective is to study the distinguishing features, local availability of species, and their economic importances. The learning outcome, therefore, will be to make students familiar with the unique characteristics and economically important plants of the said family, and finally to acquire the skill to identify and assign plants to the respective families. See, this is a very important purpose of learning taxonomy, right? We should know how to identify the plants correctly and assign them to respective families. The prerequisites will be distribution, classification, general characteristics of the family of Musaceae, technical description, floral morphology and anatomy, floral diagram and formula, and finally, economic importance of plants. So, before we start, Musaceae is such a family with which we all are familiar with. It is belonging to the class Monocotyledone. This belongs to the class Monocotyledone. Please note this will be LE, Monocotyledone. Order Cytaminae, family Musaceae. All right. Then coming to the distribution of Musaceae. Musaceae includes only two genera, only two. What are they? One is Musa and the other is Ensete, and 81 species. The members of this family are mainly found in wet tropical lowlands from West Africa to Pacific, that is the southern Japan, southern side of Japan to Queensland. Musa is the most common plant of the family found in India. Now let's talk about the key characters of the family. The one thing you should remember that the plants are large herbs with false stem or trees. So let's start. It's a perennial giant herb. Why giant? Because these plants often rise up to 5 meters in height with pseudostems formed by leaf sheaths. The leaves are large, all right, leaves are large with thick midrib and parallel venation. This is an important character of monocotyledonous leaves, right? Parallel venation. Inflorescence is spadix. Flowers are zygomorphic, unisexual, and covered by spathe. Corolla tulipped. This is important. Ovary is tricarpellary, inferior, and fruit is an elongated berry. Now let's come to the salient features. To start with habit, we have it's a large perennial herb penetrating uh, perinating by means of rhizome. That means it propagates by means of rhizome. Rarely you will find tree in this family. One rare tree example is Ravinala. Root is fibrous adventitious root system. The adventitious roots are arising from the rhizome. From where do they arise? They arise from the rhizome. Next, coming to stem. Stem is normally here an underground rhizome perinating branched from which the naked leaves spring. Okay. The sheets of the leaves are rolled around one another below and form the aerial stem. This actually looks like the aerial stem. If you look at this, see, this looks like the aerial stem. The central axis concealed at the bottom of the pseudostem. The central axis is actually concealed, hidden at the bottom of the pseudostem. This is known as the shaft. Musa is monocarpic. That means what? It produces flowers and fruits once during its lifetime. Okay, it is producing flowers and fruits only once during its lifetime. Stem is aerial and woody stem is again found in Ravenal. As we had said, what? This is an example of tree, right? We had said this is an example of tree in Musaceae family. Next, we'll move on to leaves. The leaves are large, sometimes oval, simple, stalked, and sheath is long and broad. The blade is often oblong and end is blunt. Okay. Stipules are not there, so we call it exstipulate. The leaves have parallel veins. This is something very, very important. Phyllotaxy is spiral in Musa and distichous, that is, leaves are arranged alternately in two opposite vertical rows in Ravenna. Okay. One thing you should know, the leaf blade is convolutely rolled up when they are young. Now we'll move on to the inflorescence. The aerial stem terminates in an inflorescence. Okay, the aerial stem will terminate into an inflorescence. It is simple or compound spike or panicle or panicle spadix with several woody or leathery bracts. They are large, sometimes colored. Okay, each spathe encloses a cluster of flowers in two rows. These are arranged in uniparous cyme. Okay. See, the flowers are protected by large, brightly colored, spirally arranged, boat-shaped bract called spathe. This one. See, it is boat-shaped structure. This is your spathe and these are the flowers. Compound cyme is found in Ravenella. Now we'll come to the flower. They are large, brightly colored, generally trimerous. Now see, they have a bract, they are bracteate, but bracteoles are absent. Ebracteolate. They are sessile, trimerous, unisexual or bisexual or polygamous. When unisexual, the flowers are monoecious. Please note this. When unisexual, the flowers are monoecious. Flowers are zygomorphic and epigynous. Okay. In Musa, the flowers are polygamous, that is, staminate flowers, pistillate flowers, and bisexual flowers are present in the same plant. All right. Please note the flower often has plenty of honey in it. We'll come to perianth now. Tepals are 6 in number, biseriate, arranged in two whorls of 3 each, and homoclamides. The arrangement is 3 plus 3. See, the arrangement is 3 plus 3 and they are and syntepalous. In Musa, 5 tepals united into a tubular structure while the 6th posterior tepal is free and boat-shaped. In most of the species of Musa, the 3 outer tepals and 2 lateral tepals of the inner whorl are fused to form 5-toothed tube-like structure called abaxial leaf. This is what I was just now telling. The posterior inner median tepal alone is free, which is distinctly broad and membranous, called labellum. All right. Then we'll move on to Androium. In hermaphrodite and male flowers, stamens are 6 in number. All of them are fertile in Ravenella. In Ravenella, see, all the 6 stamens are fertile. Usually 5 fertile, 1 posterior stamen is absent or staminode. See, in Musa, only 5 stamens are fertile and the inner posterior stamen is either absent or represented by staminode. The filaments are free, anthers are linear, dithecous, dehisced by longitudinal slits and with sticky pollen. See, look at the structure. They are dithecous. You can easily observe the two theca here. Now we'll move on to Gynostream. Tricarpillary, syncarpous, inferior trilocular ovule, 1 and basal. Okay. See, the median carpel is anterior in position. Trilocular ovary, it is inferior. Ovules are many and placentation is axile. Style is filiform. Stigma 3-lobed. This is the stigma 3-lobed. Septal nectaries are present. Moving to the fruit. Before we move on to fruit, let me tell you, in male flower, rudiments of ovary is there in the form of nectary. All right. So, this is observed in male flowers. Now we'll move on to the fruits. Fruits are elongated berry containing numerous seeds. Fruits forming compact bunches, seeds with copious and small embryo in Musa. Capsule is found in Ravenella. Schizocarp is found in Heliconia. Please note, schizocarp is also there found in this family in Heliconia. Seeds are starchy, starch-rich endosperm and starchless perisperm. They are hard, arylate, deeply colored. Species of Encetate are distinguished from those of Musa by their larger seeds. This is the floral diagram of the family of Musa. Bisexual. This is the floral formula in bisexual flower. Try to correlate this formula with the diagram. Then only you will learn. Now we'll come to the economic importance. Before we come to economic importance, let me tell you, pollination is entomophilous due to colored spathe and honey. It is sometimes ornithophilous, that is, it is also sometimes carried out by birds. Okay, now coming to economic importances. The genus Musa is of great economic value. You all know this, right? And possess several very important and characteristic species. Fine, it is extensively cultivated in tropics and subtropics for its edible fruits. The fruit of Musa paradisiaca, subspecies sapientum, we call this banana or kela in Hindi. It is eaten when ripe as fruit. It is eaten as a ripe fruit. Okay. The raw one is cooked and eaten as vegetable. The flower stalk or shaft is edible after cooking. Now we'll come to the medicinal aspect of it. The sap obtained from the shidi leaf base is used as medicine, considered to be an antidote for cobra bite. Okay. The roots and stems of Musa paradisiaca are used as tonic in blood and venereal diseases. The juice of flowers are mixed with curds and is used in dysentery and menorrhagia. All right. Banana powder is also used in dysentery. The starch content in this fruit is pretty characteristic. It's an important characteristic feature of this plant. The swollen basal parts of the leaf sheaths are used as a source of starch and vitamin. Now coming to fiber. From the sheathing leaf bases of Musa textilis, a very important fiber is extracted. Very important fibers are extracted from there. It is called Manila hemp or abaca. Okay, it is called Manila hemp or abaca. Ornamental uses are also there. Musa coccinea, a wild banana species. The plant is for used as not only used and cultivated as ornamentals. It also has industrial applications, like after distillation, the fruit pulp is used in dyeing of cotton, leather, and even wood. After burning of dried fruit skin of Musa sapientum, the ash or the residue that is found is rich in potash and is used widely in soap industry. So these are the various economic importances of Musaceae. Now let's try answering some questions. Let's see. In Musaceae, the inflorescence is of which type? Spadix. Banana plant is a perennial herb. Try and answer questions from previous year question papers from various sites in the internet and follow proper textbooks for better understanding. These are the few references. Thank you so much for your kind attention. See you soon.